I.S.U.P.K.
Shalom, we are the I.S.U.P.K. coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, with all the signs that's been going on in the earth, this should tell us right here to separate. Look what just happened down in Texas. What happened down in Texas was, what was it, the governor or the senator or something that quit, that resigned? He resigned because he was put in a position to where he figured, you know, that he was supposed to have to help Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians at that time. You know, and what did he say? He called us, what was it, freeloaders or something like that? Or, you know, now look what happens to Blacks and Hispanics whenever we at our time of need. Right. And where was the Christian pastors at? Right. Where were they at? Right. Now notice with all of this going on, they going more and more into hiding. Right. Let's give me Ezekiel 34:1. The peak oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right. We got to get it together. We got to come together. Blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians, we are brethren. We are one nation of people, and that nation of people is called the nation of Israel.
That's right.
Right.
Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 1. And the word of the Most High came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel.
Against the shepherds of Israel, the leaders of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the Lord said, telling Ezekiel to prophesy against them. Not to sit there and forgive the mega pastors for everything that they do. That's not what the Bible's talking about. It's not talking about forgiving all the pastors. Oh, well, the pastor, he's not perfect. He's not perfect, but what he got the opportunity to help Blacks and Hispanics right now. Is he doing it? No, he's not. He's not doing that at all. What he didn't align himself with, he aligned himself with the devil. Right. That's who he's aligned himself with. That's why every time in the time of need, he always disappears. Where was all the pastors at in Texas? Where in the time of need? Where were they? Right. Go ahead.
Prophesy and say unto them, Thus saith the Most High God unto the shepherds, Woe be to the shepherds of Israel.
It says, woe be to the shepherds of Israel, which means destruction to the shepherds of Israel. They have been getting fat off Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right. While starving us. Look at where a lot of the big, huge churches is at, to take up a whole damn city block. And then look at the black neighborhoods around it. That tells you right there where all your wealth is going. You know, think about it for a second. You got this big, I don't know how many millions of dollars those churches are worth. You know, just the building alone. And then look at the neighborhoods that are around it. Go ahead.
Woe be to the shepherds of Israel that do feed themselves.
They feed who?
Themselves.
They feed who?
Themselves.
They feed Blacks and Hispanics.
Themselves.
They feed themselves. That's all they're about is about feeding themselves. Right. And at our time of need, they speak real greasy against us. But at the same time, they like all the benefits of being a black leader. But when it's time for them to do something for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, they won't. Right. They won't do it at all. As a matter of fact, they'll talk like that's not even their responsibility.
That's right.
What they should do is step down and give all their resources to the Israelite School and University of Practical Knowledge.
Right.
We really care about Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Go ahead.
Should not the shepherds feed the flocks?
That's what the shepherds are supposed to do. The shepherds are supposed to feed the flocks.
Right.
It should be black pastors everywhere making sure that black people can get vaccinated for the COVID-19.
That's right.
Make sure that we should, and then the stuff should be free. Look how rich they done got off of us, any other time.
Right.
So the vaccination should be free, and it should be the real vaccination, not some placebo. Go ahead.
Right.
Ye eat the fat, and ye clothe you with the wool.
They eat the fat and they clothe themselves with the wool. What was it? T.D. Jakes, one of the mega pastors' daughter, just bought a $1 million something mansion during the time of the COVID, right? During the time where blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians can't even get vaccinated from the COVID-19.
Right.
They buying millions, $1 million mansions, right? Think about that. And the woman is talentless. She ain't got no talent at all. Hell, with T.D. Jakes, he talentless too. He ain't got no damn talent other than deceiving blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He's like Balaam in the book of Numbers. Balaam the sorcerer.
Right.
That's all he is. He's good at sorcery and gaming people up. And he'd have made a good pimp back in the 70s, but that's the only damn talent that he's got. And his daughter is less talented than him.
Right.
Go ahead.
Ye kill them that are fed.
You kill them that are bad. The ones that have a little bit of something, what they want to do, they want to drain them dry until they have nothing, right? And so that now they can starve to death. They want to totally drain, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that have a little bit of something. They want to shame them into giving all that they have to the Christian church that ain't even helping blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Go ahead.
But ye feed not the flock.
They feed not the flock. They don't care about the flock. They don't feed the flock at all. Every now and then, they might have a little food drive or something like that every now and then. But blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we have food drives, and we all about our people 100% of the time.
Right.
That's right.
Not 3% of the time when they just want to be seen, because they step out in food drives just for themselves to be seen.
Right.
So they're hoping that the COVID go away and they can have more participants inside, more church members inside their church that remembers them from the food drive. That's all they care about. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we care about feeding this nation.
Right.
We care about our people not starving.
Right.
We care about our people coming together and being the real superpower up on the face of the planet.
Right.
That's why we out here on Saturdays, while everybody else is, sitting back in their drawers. We out here on the battlefield.
Right.
We out here to tell blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to separate. That we one nation of people. That we're all a brotherhood. Go ahead.
Verse 4. The disease have not strengthened.
Right, we try to make sure that our people never hunger again. Real talk. Go ahead.
Verse 4. The disease have ye not strengthened, neither have ye healed that which was sick.
During the time of this COVID, like I was saying, how many of them is trying to push to get blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians vaccinated? They ain't trying to push for us at all.
Right.
They give a damn less. They could care less if we all died of COVID.
Right.
They could care less. They don't give a damn. The only thing, they might be grieved a bit because their money will be hurt. That's it. But when it all boils down to it, they don't give a damn about us.
Right.
Neither have ye bound neither have ye bound up that which was broken.
What was broken? The nation of Israel was broken.
Right.
That's why we walking up and down the street half bugged out our mind. That's why we on drugs. That's why we alcoholics. That's why we sick with the COVID. That's why we sick with every other type of ailment. Because they don't give a damn about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Neither have ye sought that which was lost.
They don't give a damn about seeking finding the lost nation of Israel. They don't care nothing about it. What do they tell you in the Christian church? They say it don't matter. We don't matter. That's what they're really saying. But then they'll turn right around and say that the Jewish man is the people of God. But it don't matter until it's the Jewish man. Now it matters. Go ahead.
But with force and cruelty, but with force and with cruelty have ye ruled them.
What about that incident where that Christian pastor shot that black man over his wife? because he was sleeping with that man's wife. That's force and cruelty because they got what? State power on their side also. They got state power on their side. And they will use that force and that cruelty to go against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to have no defense for themselves. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And they were scattered because there is no shepherd.
That's why we in every religion you can think of. That's why we run around in Islam. That's why we're running around in Baptist and 100 different labels up under Christianity.
Right.
That's the reason why. That's the reason why we in Buddhism, Hinduism. We just running around scattered just looking for something to gravitate to. Right. That's why we all in every type of African movement you can damn think of. Go ahead.
And they became meat to all the beasts of the field.
What it mean when we became meat to every beast of the field, to every kingdom, we became something to make them a superpower. Right. To bring them out of a third world situation into first world. They used us to do that. Without the black woman buying weaves, the Koreans wouldn't even be a superpower right now. But instead, what are they right now? They are major global players right now. Go ahead.
And they became meat to all the beasts of the field when they were scattered. My sheep wandered through all the mountains and upon every high hill.
We wandered upon every mountain, every large government we wandered upon. Everywhere we was taken to as slaves. We wandered through all the mountains. Go ahead.
Yea, my flock was scattered upon all the face of the earth.
We've scattered upon all the face of the earth. We're everywhere. And we're in the same conditions everywhere we go. It just looks different sometimes based on where you at.
Right.
But it's still the same oppression. The same oppression that, that we're going through in America is the same oppression they go through down in South America. In Puerto Rico, Haiti, over in places in Europe where we're scattered at. Go ahead.
And none did search or seek after them.
None of the pastors gave a damn about searching. We're supposed to be the specific people that they go for to try and heal, to try and fix what was broken. That's what the prophets are supposed to do. But are the Christian leaders doing it? And they calling themselves prophets, ain't they? They calling themselves prophets. What they are is they ain't nothing but damn hustlers. Right. That's what they are, calling themselves prophets. Whores, exactly. That's what they are, it's whores. Because whoever got the biggest, and pimps, whores and pimps. Right. Whoever got the biggest paycheck for them, they'll work for them. They don't give a damn who it is. They don't care. Matter of fact, Farrakhan almost sold blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to, what was it, L. Ron Hubbard, Dianetics. I don't know, that movement kind of got shut down pretty quick. I guess blacks wasn't going for that, because he stopped that after a while. He cut that out right quick. Go ahead.
Verse 7. Therefore, ye shepherds, hear the word of Yahweh.
Hear the Most High's word. Go ahead.
Verse 8. As I live, saith the Most High power, surely because my flock became a prey, and my flock became meat.
We were hunted. We are hunted people. Go ahead.
To every beast of the field, because there were no shepherd. Because there was no shepherd.
There was no shepherd. No black leaders have even stood up and say, I gotta fix black people. A few of them done tried. But at the same time, they wasn't trying to be down with the Most High. They had sins of their own that they wasn't trying to repent from. They only sit there and use this Bible, but then try to couple the Bible with another book or another ideology. Go ahead.
Neither did my shepherd search my flock.
Neither did the Christian pastors search out the flock.
Right.
Go ahead.
But the shepherds fed themselves.
Oh, they bought all the nice Benzes. They wore all the $2,000 suits. What they did was they sat there and bought all the nice houses. Invested $250,000 in doing some more work on the church. And then guess who they used to do it? They took up a collection to do it. Taking the people that was already poor and making them even poorer. Go ahead.
But the shepherds fed themselves and fed not my flock.
Fed themselves, made themselves rich. Filthy rich. Go ahead.
Verse 9. Therefore, O ye shepherds, hear the word of Yahweh. Verse 10. Thus saith the Most High Power, behold, I am against the shepherds.
The Most High said he's against the Christian pastor. He's against them. Every time we in need, they neglect us. They do the same damn thing that the peak oppressor does. They neglect us, and then the Christian pastors follow right behind them and do the same thing, while at the same time giving our women wicked counsel against us, telling them they can leave their husbands.
Right.
You know, that's what the Christian pastors do. Give evil counsel. And while he'll sit there and sleep with a black man's wife, and then convince himself that he didn't do anything wrong. He'll even go as far as to even do that. Good.
I am against the shepherds.
The Lord said he is against them. And just like they tied to the white man, the Most High is going to destroy them both together.
Right.
Go ahead.
And I will require my flock at their hand, and cause them to cease from feeding the flock.
Oh, it's going to become a time where nobody's going to be listening to the Christian pastors no more.
Right.
Matter of fact, this is starting during the time of this COVID.
Right.
Just think about it. All of the healing ceremonies and all of that they do, right? Why ain't they doing that now? Why ain't they healing people of COVID-19 right now? Why ain't they laying the hands and got the big old huge, getting people up out of the wheelchairs and all of that? Why ain't they doing all that stuff now? Because all that stuff wasn't nothing but a display.
Right.
First. It wasn't nothing but entertainment. That's all it was. It was entertainment, and they had us to buy into it and take it seriously. That's the reason why houses and families went broke, trying to give to the Christian pastor.
Right.
That's the reason for that.
That's right. Hey, brother.
Neither shall the shepherds feed themselves anymore, for I will deliver my flock from their mouth, that they may not be meat for them.
And everybody gonna look at the Christian pastors as a joke.
Right.
That day. They're gonna be a joke and a thing of the past.
Right.
Yeah, once that happens, then next thing you know, they're gonna be trying to, put on our black. They're trying to be like us and try to hit the streets and all of that, trying to build the churches back up. And it's not gonna happen in that day, because everybody, they're gonna remember them. You know what I'm saying? Once the glory, all the fabulous stuff is stripped off of them, everybody's gonna be looking at them repulsively. Now, let me get, as a matter of fact, let me get Isaiah 13. America just bombed Syria.
Right.
Now that's pretty wild stuff right there. America just bombed Syria.
Damn right.
And then here's the thing about it, because people thought Donald Trump was going to be the dude that was going to set everything off. Now it's the Democratic Party that's doing it now. So to hit 36 days into Joe Biden becoming president, he already done bombed somebody. 36 days in, we thought Trump. Everybody's looking at Trump, and look at Joe Biden over here. Look at crazy Joe. Where?
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see.
Where's Babylon at today? This is Babylon. The United States of America is Babylon.
Right.
Verse 2. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
They may go into the gates of the nobles. Go ahead.
I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger.
The Most High has sanctified the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge.
That's
what
right.
did he do? Set us apart and clean us off.
Right.
Because we were all out here selling drugs, using drugs. We were out here just like everybody else at first, but the Most High called the ones that He wants. He called the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge and set us to the side and made us righteous men of the Lord out there to find the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Right.
Even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains.
The noise of a multitude in the mountains. The noise. What happened? You had the Capitol building. That was hit. They hit up the Capitol building. It was rioting at the Capitol building. People climbing all along the walls. Read that part again.
The noise of a multitude.
The noise of a multitude. This noise is all throughout the earth. People all over the world, all over the earth seen that.
Right.
Go ahead.
The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together.
A tumultuous noise means everybody is trying to. World War III is definitely coming, no doubt. You know, with America just bombing Syria, what they actually did also too was they hit some Iranian allies. Is what they hit. So now Iran is like, you know, what's happening? Go ahead.
The Lord of hosts, mustereth the host of the battle.
What does it mean to muster the host of the battle? To stir the host of the battle up.
Right.
America and Iran is just going to keep bumping heads. It's going to keep happening. The Most High is going to make it happen. He's going to make it. Iran is always going to be in the talks when it comes to going to war with America. Regardless of how, you know, it might seem like you ain't heard nothing for a while or whatever, but something is going to happen and it's going to cause the conflict with Iran and America again. Clear up until it really just starts to go down. Go ahead.
Verse 5. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Most High, and the weapons of His indignation to destroy the whole land.
The Most High is going to destroy. He's going to come through and He's going to destroy all of the mountains of Edom.
Right.
You go ahead.
That's right.
Verse 6. Howl ye, for the day of the Most High is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
The Most High, because all of these nations have a debt to pay. All of them. And the Lord's anger is being fueled up. And He's going to just start dropping on everybody. This corona thing, this is just the beginning.
Right.
God.
You know, this is all
God.
It's nowhere near the end, believe that.
Right.
You know, go ahead.
Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt.
Said all hands, what did it say again?
Therefore shall all hands be faint.
All hands be faint. What does that mean? All hands will be weak. Their will to build and everything is going to start to be weak. Because what is people going to eventually going to have to do? They're going to have to take all their metals and make weapons out.
Right.
So, you know, it's a time where infrastructure and all of that is going to be at a halt. That's all hands growing faint. They get tired, weary of like, damn, you know, we want to build this, but we need those resources for this to go to war. Go ahead.
And every man's heart shall melt. Verse 8. And they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them.
Pains and sorrows shall take hold of them. Because what are they going to do? They're going to have to think then about how oppressive and how evil and wicked they be. Go ahead.
They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth.
A woman that travails, a woman that's, you know, the labor pains is getting worse and worse and worse. Go ahead.
They shall be amazed, one at another.
Amazed one at another, looking at each other and seeing the fear in each other's eyes for what the Most High is going to bring down upon the earth. Go ahead.
Right.
Their faces shall be as flames.
Lit up with fear. Their face is going to be as flames. You ever seen somebody so scared the face damn near get bright because of fear? That's how everybody's going to be, and they're starting to be like that now, right? Because they can't figure out whether they want to open something up or keep it closed down because of COVID. They don't know what they're going to do. They don't know whether they want to open up the bars or close the bars down. They don't know whether they want to open these restaurants or keep them closed down. They at a time of indecisiveness. Go ahead.
Behold, the day behold, the day Yahweh cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger.
With wrath and fierce anger is the Most High coming down. Go ahead.
To lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
This side's going to go down right here. Most High's going to destroy the sinners out of it. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, this is the time for us to seriously come together.
Right.
Now, matter of fact, give me Joel chapter 3 and verse 1. Now we're gonna get even more into how the Most High is gonna bring down the wrath and the reasons of why He's gonna do it. People don't understand who they put on them slave ships. They really don't know. They don't understand who they actually loaded up on the slave ships, who they sold on those auction blocks. They sold the Lord's possession, the Lord's people. That's who they sold on the auction block. And the Most High he's got a serious problem with everybody that got filthy rich. He gave them time to get rich, time to get wealthy, more wealthy beyond their wildest dreams. They never dreamed that they would ever be this wealthy. They never dreamed that they would get so wealthy that they would be going and trying to live in outer space. They never dreamed that. But because they destroyed the Lord's people and used the Lord's people as their slaves, now they become powerful, super powerful, and then raised up other powerful nations behind them. Go ahead.
Book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
What situation did it say that the Jews will be in?
Captivity.
In captivity. They wouldn't be, the people that's in the land right now are not the Jews. The people that are over in Israel is not the Jews.
Right.
The Jews are actually the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, that the descendants of the slaves.
That's right.
That's who this Bible is talking about. Go ahead.
Right. I will also gather all nations, and I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Well, I just call the valley of Jehoshaphat because the Lord brought a great victory there during the time in the days of King Jehoshaphat. That's why He calls it that. This is a land of great slaughter right here. Go ahead.
And will plead with them there for my people.
What does it mean to plead according to the Bible? It don't mean saying please, please, please and begging. No, that's not what it's talking about. It's talking about sending plagues. That's the biblical word for plagues is to plead. When the Most High sends plagues and pestilence, it's like He sent the hornets for the Canaanites and, send hail and stuff like that. Go ahead.
And for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Wait a minute, who migrated to all nations?
Scattered among the nations.
Bible said the real Jews are scattered among the nations, not migrating to every nation. Go ahead.
Verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people.
They cast lots. What are they doing? Auctioning us. We were being auctioned off. Go ahead.
And have given a boy for an harlot.
Giving boys, what was they doing with us? They was giving new black boys to the Catholic Church. Now, the Catholic Church being pedophiles, that stuff's not nothing new. That ain't something that just came about within the past 30 or 40 years. No, they've always been that. As a matter of fact, Catholicism just come from the same religions that they had in Rome. The only thing they did was put Jesus and Mary on it, you know what I'm saying, and made a religion out of it. But they've always been about pedophilia. Give me that part again.
And have given a boy for an harlot.
Giving
find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good record. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord?